So, to find the determinant of a matrix if it's 2 by 2, we can use the formula given in the previous video, or if it's more than of order 2, it's 3 by 3, 4 by 4 onwards, we can use cofactor expansion. Now, for a 3 by 3 matrix, there is an alternative method that is more commonly used than cofactor expansion. Cofactor expansion is reserved for matrices of order 4 and above. For a 3 by 3 matrix, it's usually easier for this method because it resembles a 2 by 2, the formula rather, for the 2 by 2 matrix, and it's easier to do. What do we do, or how do we find the determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix? We determine just like how we do it in a 2 by 2. In a 2 by 2 matrix, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, here from the left falling down, multiply that, then we subtract it from the left going to the right. It's the same. Here, we are going to add these products, the product of these entries, to the product of this 2 and this third one. So, the product of this plus the product of this, including the third one, and the product of this 3. So, as we go down from left to right, we multiply them, then add. So that would mean that the determinant of A would be given to A sub 1, 1 times A sub 2, 2 times A sub 3, 3 plus A sub 1, 2 times A sub 2, 3 times A sub 3, 1 plus A sub 2, 1 times A sub 3, 2 times A sub 1, 3. And then we go now the other way around. This one's now, we get the product and then subtract. Then here we get the product including this one, then subtract. Then also this 2 including the third one. So at this point, the formula now becomes minus A sub 3, 1 times A sub 2, 2 times A sub 1, 3. This 3 minus, I don't have space anymore, I better write it here, minus A sub 3, 2 times A sub 2, 3 times A sub 1, 1. Minus again, A sub 2, 1 times A sub 1, 2 times A sub 3, 3. So what we are going to do is find the products of the diagonals or of the slanting formations of our entries, and if it falls from left to right downward, we add them. If it goes up from left to right, we subtract them. Let's illustrate this in an example. We are asked to find the determinants of these matrices using this formula here. So let's just move that a little bit. There you go. So the determinant of A would be the determinant of that matrix. Here you go. So, following the formula here that was a bit cut, first we need to find the products of the diagonal. That would be 0 times negative 1 times 1. Add it to the next slanting position, 2 times 2 times 4. 2 times 2 times 4. Then add again the last one, the last positions, 1, 3 times 0. 1, 3, and 0. Then you need now to subtract this ones here. So that's minus, then multiply 4, negative 1, and 1. Minus again the next positions here. 0 times 2 times 0. Then lastly, minus 1 times 3 times 2. Again, that pattern is from the crisscrossing one. Let's move that back a bit first. Here you go. The crisscrossing one that came from the 2 by 2. So here you go. And let's move that a little bit again. There you go. So after evaluating this one, you can actually see that this is 0. This gets cancelled. This is also 0. And this is 0 as well. So we will be left with the following. We'll have This one is 16. This one is minus negative 4. And this one will be minus 6. So 16 minus negative 4 minus 6 is equal to 14. So therefore, the determinant of A is equal to 14. Try if you will be able to find the determinant of letter B using this alternative method. Alright, let's try letter B. But since I don't have space, we'll do it here below. So, let's start here. The determinant of B is actually the determinant of that matrix, negative 3, 2, 1, 4, 5, 6, 2, negative 3, 1. And like what we mentioned, the first thing we need to do is find the product of our diagonal. That's negative 3 times 5 times 1. Then add again the product of these three numbers. That's 2 times 6 times 2. Then add again the product of these three numbers. That would be plus 1 times 4 times negative 3. Then subtract. I'll use a different color. Subtract this one's here. So that would be minus 2 times 5 times 1. Then subtract again this time these three numbers here. So that's actually, although it's not clear anymore, that would be negative 3 times 6 times negative 3. And the last three numbers here, that's actually minus 1 times 4 times 2. No zero, so we cannot cancel anything. So what we will be having here would be negative 15 plus 24 plus negative 12. There you go. Minus 10 minus 54 minus 8. And this will give us a total of negative 75. Therefore, the determinant of B is negative 75. And that is the alternative method of finding the determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix.